All right, let's move on now to the subject of jobs. The first question goes to President Bush for 2 minutes, and John will ask that question. John?
Mr. President, last month you came to St. Louis to announce a very lucrative contract for McDonnell Douglas to build F-15s for Saudi Arabia. In today's Post-Dispatch, a retired saleswoman, a 75-year-old woman named Marjorie Roberts, asked if she could ask a question of the candidate, said she wanted to register her concern about the lack of a plan to convert our defense-oriented industries into other purposes. How would you answer her?
Well, I assume she was supportive of the decision on McDonnell Douglas. I assume she was supporting me on the decision to sell those airplanes. I think it's a good decision. Took a little heat for it, but I think it was the correct decision to do, and we worked it out. And indeed, we're moving forward all around the world in a much more peaceful way. So that one we came away with, which in creating jobs for the American people. I would simply say to her, look, take a look at what the President has proposed on job retraining. When you cut back on defense spending, some people are going to be thrown out of work. If you throw another 50,000 kids on the street because of cutting recklessly in troop levels, you're going to put a lot more out on work. I would say to them, look at the job retraining programs that we're proposing. Therein is the best answer to her. And another one is stimulate investment in savings. I mean, we've got big economic problems, but we are not coming apart at the seams. We're ready for a recovery with interest rates down and inflation down, the cruelest tax of all, caught up in a global slowdown right now. But that will change if you go with the programs I've talked about, and if you help with job retraining and education. I am a firm believer that our America 2000 education problem is the answer. A little longer run, it's going to take a while to educate, but it is a good program. So her best hope for short term is job retraining if she was thrown out of work at a defense plant. But tell her it's not all that gloomy. We're the United States. We faced tough problems before. Look at the misery index when the Democrats had both the White House and the Congress. It was just right through the roof. Now, we can do better, and the way to do better is not to tax and spend, but to retrain, get that control of the mandatory spending programs. I am much more optimistic about this country than some.